Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Manifest Tarot. I'm so happy you're here. It's another rainy, stormy day here. It's a perfect day for a nice, big, juicy reading. And today I'm looking at your next 3 months, ahead. So let's get right to it. I'm picking 3 piles from this Oracle deck. I just love this cover. Can I call it a cover? I love the artwork here. It's so interesting and bold. So let's ask this deck to give us 3 piles. Actually, this one. Thank you. Thank you, deck. All right, we already have our 3 piles. And let's see what the first card is. Time for a nap. How sweet. This is card number 24. Card number 2, pile number 2, is card number 17, the Fates. And pile number 3 is card 49, the Observer. All right, I'll be right back with some crystals for those of you who like to pick with crystals. All right, we're back. I have 3 crystals. Once again, I don't know why I'm going with I usually do so matchy-matchy, but this time I'm doing contrasting. So for pile number 1, you have this lapis lazuli hexagonal point. And just to point out, there's the little fox is on, or I like to think of it as a coyote. I think it really is a fox. It's on both pile number 1 and pile number 3. Pile number 2, you have this rose quartz heart. And I noticed that the Fates has come up. I think it came up the last time I used this pile a while ago. So maybe this is important for some of you, this idea, this theme. In pile number 3, you have this amethyst oval. This one is so beautiful. It's translucent in this little corner. It's translucent there. So pretty. All right, here are your 3 crystals and here are your 3 piles. Take your time and pick whichever one or ones actually that you want to watch, and I will see you in your reading. Hi, pile number 1, welcome. You chose this card, this charming card, I should say. Card number 24, Time for a Nap, with this beautiful little scene, charming little scene of this fox falling asleep in the crook of the crescent moon. And the crescent moon is actually asleep too. They're both, the crescent moon is asleep on the job, I must say. So look at this very restful card. And you also picked this lapis lazuli hexagonal point. All right. Here we go, and I am going to pick, I think I'm going to just, let me see. I think I'll just pick 1 card or 1 or 2 cards from each of these 2 piles. A whole bunch wanted to come out here. This one and this one for this pile. And then, whoa. Here's these 2. They're jumping right out for us. All right, there's these. And I think I'll show us these before I get into the tarot cards. So this is love. Right off the bat, we have love. And then we have this one, broom, new home, new attitude. How cute. Something's getting cleaned out in your life. And then we have kite, vacation. Wow. Not only are you getting a new home, you're also going on vacation. Things are changing and moving for you. There's movement in here. All right, let's see what this one is. Mule. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Wow. So what's so interesting is I was just talking about all the movement. So maybe this stubborn and unwilling person or a situation. I mean, it doesn't have to be a person. It could be a situation. This stubborn thing that has been stagnant is now changing because we have movement. Even the broom is moving. The kite, what is kite? A kite is basically movement. Movement personified, right? So, wow. I wonder what the cards are going to tell us. All right, so I have 3 decks. I'm going to just pull some cards, whatever wants to come out. So we just want some cards for pile number 1 for their next 3 months. So these 2 also. And this one. Wow, you're getting a lot of cards from this deck. And then we have this deck. Let's get some messages. Whoop. Well, we have this one already. I won't cover that one up. I'm going to leave that one out because it was so insistent that it wanted to come out. 2. And we can take one more. This one. And we have this deck. Let us see. We need some cards for pile number 1's next 3 months. This one. You're getting a lot of cards, pile number 1. We're going to have to mush them all in here somehow. Well, this one, the Hanged Woman, we're just going to put this right here because it was so insistent. It really wanted to come out. All right, let's go. Let's go with this. 4 of Cups. Talk about a little bit of stagnation. You see this tiny crescent moon up here? And then we have, this is stagnation of your own making. Maybe the stubborn person unwilling to change has been you, and you're finally saying, wow, this is what I need to change. Maybe 7 of Swords and another moon, crescent moon. The Empress. And then change. This is change. Like springtime change. You know how spring is just full of verdancy, just bursting with life. The Emperor. Wow. Look at that. We have the Empress and the Emperor, and they're looking at each other, they're facing each other. How magical that these came out together. One more from this deck. We have the Tower. Talk about change. We've got some change. We've got a big change coming for you. And it looks like a good change because of your Oracle cards here. Because the Oracle cards, again, the Oracle cards are acknowledging the stagnation, acknowledging the someone or something. It says someone, as I said, but someone or something unwilling to change. And then it's got movement, movement, and love. 4 of Pentacles right underneath the 4 of Cups. What interesting artwork here. These are like you're too much in your head. Not in your head. It's okay to be in your head, but this is too much in your head with worries. Like this is you too much visiting the part of your head that stores your worries. If I can make it any more clear, I don't think I could make it any more clear. Three of Pentacles. They each have their own different moth or butterfly wings, and look what they have in the jar, yet another crescent moon. Crescent moon's your theme here. We have the Three of Wands, looking out to the future you want. So this 3 is polar opposite of this Four of Pentacles and Four of Cups. I'm giving you your reading as I'm taking the cards out, seriously. Listen, pile number 1, this is polar opposite. So this is you visiting the part of your mind that stores the things you don't want to happen, yet you're dwelling on it. This is you visiting the part of your mind that's holding exactly what you want, and you're focusing on it like a laser. And also this Three of Pentacles, you have these 2 4s and now these 2 3s where you're doing what you want, like you're focusing on what you want. What is this one? The Emperor. Right underneath the Empress and Emperor from this other deck. We got some synergy going on in here. The Knight of Pentacles. We've got some real progress here on our abundance. I'm going to mush all these cards in here. Page of Swords. This is echoing this whole thing going on here with this Seven of Swords. I'm going to get to it. And the Hermit. And your reading, how interesting, is flanked by the Hanged Woman and the Hermit. How interesting. We have some real synergistic energy and some magical messages here, and such echoing of the same themes. It is such an interesting reading, pile number 1. I'm just going to take a minute to see if I can adjust things, just get a little bit more of a look at these cards. I'll be back in a second. All right, so pile number 1, we have so many interesting things in here. We have this Time for a Nap, which you chose. We have these crescent moons. 1, 2, I'm just double checking. I know there was, wait, oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4 crescent moons. And we have these 2 4s sitting here right together. Then we have the Four of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles sitting right together. We have the Three of Pentacles, Three of Wands right together. We have the Hermit and the Hanged Woman flanking your entire reading. We have the Empress, Emperor, Emperor, little nexus here. What an interesting way for these cards to have come out. Very interesting. So what is going on for you in the next 3 months? I see lots of inner change and outer change. The inner change reflecting in the outer, because as I said, we have this Mule. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change, and they're not just stubborn, but it looks like this Mule is desperately, or has been desperately, trying to go in the wrong direction. And this hand is trying desperately to get this Mule to change its mind. And this person might have been really trying for a long time to get this Mule to change its mind. And the Mule has not been changing its mind. And all of a sudden, the Mule does change its mind. Then we get the Tower moment and the new home, new attitude. What is it that changes. It's the mind first. The mind changes, and then the body and the circumstances follow. If you're riding, if you're an equestrian, if you ever rode horses, I did when I was a child, you have to look in the direction that you want the horse to move. And this mule, of course, the mule has to go in the direction it's facing. It has to, it can't not, it has to go in the direction it's facing. And this person's determination has changed where this mule is looking. So is this two aspects of yourself? It looks like it might be, because we have this Hanged Woman and Hermit. We have this Four of Cups, Four of Pentacles. You go looking in the wrong direction, both in your, maybe your love life and your abundance outlook, where you have been kind of dwelling in the scarcity mindset. Even though things aren't scarce, you still have that might have had that mindset recently. And even though things are going relatively well for you, you're still only looking at the bad. And what happens to change that? It is looking at what you do want. Pile number one. There's a real collaboration in this reading. We have this Hermit and this Three of Pentacles. The Hermit is, you know, the Hermit is something, in this reading, this is something outside yourself. It could be a person, it could be a way of thought or of acting. It's helping you by showing you the way. This Hermit's lantern is not showing him the way. This Hermit's lantern is there to show you the way. Pile number one. It's lighting up your path. And it doesn't make, it's not a coincidence that that lantern is right underneath this Three of Wands. It is showing, it's lighting up your path. This is you, pile number one. And you're looking out into your future that you want, instead of being stuck in this Four energy where you're looking into the future of what you don't want. And this is such a clear reading. So we have this, oh, I'm going to wait till the end for these because these are so magical. I'm going to wait. So what do we have here with these? Page of Swords. And the Seven of Swords. This is, I don't know, is this from your past, your recent past? Because we have this Tower movement, we have this Page of Swords, and we have this Seven of Swords. What happens is this Page of Swords was worried about something, really worried. Something in the distance, something that wasn't even realized. Something in this Page of Swords distance that wasn't even realized, just some shadowy figures. He was so convinced that they were a threat that they then really did turn out to be a threat. They turned out to be the just the person that was two-faced and betrayed them. So what happened recently, or maybe this is a warning to not do it for you, that you had just a situation that was developing and you could concentrate on what you wanted, but instead you concentrated exactly on what you didn't want. You concentrated on your doubts and fears, and that's what manifested. As a conscious manifester, you consciously choose what you concentrate on. These three people in the distance here, we have no information about them. They're too far away for this person to know exactly what their intentions are, but he's projecting onto them his fears. And then if he continues that, they're going to show up as completely different than how he would love for them to show up. And what happens then? We have this Tower moment. So this Tower card can be taken in two ways. This situation here, I don't think it's in, some of you might be in your past, but some of you, it's really your near future. And it is a warning to you to not do this. Because look at how mirrored these two are. This Page of Swords is looking out at his near future and seeing just threats and being on guard, being defensive, being consumed with his worries and his fears. And what comes to meet him is this fear. He is met by fear. He is met by his fear manifested into reality. What is she doing? She is laser focused on her future that she wants. They're so well mirrored here. This Page of Swords has a bad turnout. His future has turned out bad. He has a Tower moment, and a bad Tower moment. His foundations are cracked. And what happens here? Hold on, let me rearrange the cards to make my point. What happens here? She is laser focused on what she does want. She's looking out into the horizon with hope and determination that she is going to experience what she wants. And what does she attract? She attracts this beautiful little weird ritual that's happening here. Whatever's happening, I don't know. But she is attracting, it really signifies working together, being successful, and being abundant. So you do have, for the next 3 months also, you have a lot of abundance. And you're just having to not worry. Say goodbye to this four energy where you're worried and you're also turning away from what you actually want because of fears. So what does this Tower moment have as well? Let me tell you, pile number one, this Tower moment could also be you having that Tower moment where you say goodbye to your four energy, the turning away from what you want because of fear, the being scared of losing your abundance, being scared of something that hasn't materialized yet, but then materializing your fears that you were afraid of, being stubborn and going the wrong way. That Tower moment, the preferred Tower moment, is you shaking the foundations of yourself and throwing out the old you and the old because this is love here, I'm going to do this as a love interpretation. This is you having this Tower moment where you are throwing out the old version of you and the old version of your SP. And you're cracking the foundations of your fears. This is all your fears, all the garbage that you were thinking. You're just letting it all leave. And what is inside now, the tower will be beautiful and renewed, because all the darkness that was inside, all your fears, all of your snakes, all of your mud, and your old versions of you and your SP are gone. And what happens now, you fill that tower with these visions that you've had, that you're concentrating on the future that you want. She's looking all the way over here. This is her horizon. And now what is over here? We have this beautiful nexus of power here. We have two emperors and the empress. We have complete and utter renewal. And now this is the pairing that you do want. And they just came out one after the other. This is the pairing you want. This is the pairing you don't want. You just throw that away. Throw it away, and you get this pairing. This is you and your SP in the pairing that you want, the versions that you want. So we have this strong love message, pile number 1. Oops. And we also have a big abundance message. So again, with this, you have 3, I think only 3 pentacles, right? Yep, you have 3 pentacles. You have the 4 of Pentacles, we've already talked about. You have the 3 of Pentacles, we've already talked about. We have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck, so it's forward movement, very deliberate forward movement. So just a, I don't want to say warning. I don't like the word warning here. It's a reminder that your abundance that you want is coming to you. You see, he is focused on this pentacle. I'm going to lift it up for you. He's focused, laser focused on his dream, which is this pentacle. It's in the foreground. It's very close. But he is by nature very careful, and one might say plodding. He's a very careful person, and his horse is a very careful horse, and they are going forward step by step, slowly. So it's a reminder for you to just trust in your bridge of incident and go step by step. Don't try to rush things out of anxiety or fear. Things are happening for you, and you just trust. He's trusting. He's trusting in his vision. He's filling his entire vision with this gold pentacle. And he's also trusting his horse. He's trusting that his horse knows the way. The horse does know the way. The horse is walking in the direction that the knight wants the horse to walk in, while the knight just stares at this pentacle, filling his hopes and dreams and vision with what he wants. And the horse is going to just take him there. So this next 3 months is filled with your choice. Your choice, pile number 1. And well, I'm just gathering up all of these oracle cards because they're so interesting, but I just want to reiterate, it's your choice. And of course, the choice is obvious. You want that laser focus on your future. You want that laser focus on your future. Choose that. Don't be the focuser of bad things. Your mental diet is paramount in this next 3 months. Pile number 1. So we have this new home, new attitude, clearing out everything you don't want, just like the tower, clearing out everything you don't want and making room for the new. What is one of your themes? New home, new attitude, vacation, beautiful experiences, and carefree attitude, just so carefree, so wonderful. And love. It's love as a concept is so universal. It's like it's just the universal feeling, right? People love to be loved. And what is offered to you here and what you can concentrate on is this beautiful triad of messages. New home, new attitude, clearing out the old, making room for the new, carefree enjoyment and love. So beautiful. So what does this all get distilled into? Pile number, no. I can't remember exactly where it was. I know this one was here. I know this one was here. Yep, that was the way it was. All right, so what does this all get distilled down into? This time for a nap, I was wondering if it was kind of going to be a restful thing, especially the Hanged Woman came out. But these are only a reminder to keep your own counsel. Keep your own counsel, pile number 1, and your own mind and your own focus will completely and utterly show you the way. You just concentrate on what you want. Fill your vision with what you want. Fill your vision with what you want. Fill your vision with what you want, and it will come to you. Remember, you have the Emperor squared and the Empress, and they meet in this beautiful pairing. That's what you want. That's what you get. You just focus your mind on what you want. Discard your fears. This is a beautiful reading. Thank you so much. I know you enjoyed this reading because it's so beautiful and simple and awesome. I appreciate every like, share, and comment. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any future readings. And I will see you very soon. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 2, welcome to your reading. You chose this card, the Fates, number 17. Oops. I know that it's come up very recent. I haven't used this deck in, I don't think, a couple weeks, but I know, I'm almost positive that this card came up the last time I used this deck, so it's obviously important to some of you. There's like a message that still has to come out, and you also chose this Rose Quartz Heart. It's interesting how cards, I mean, I shuffle the cards and I can't, I shuffle the cards and they come out, the same cards tend to come out for a bit. So it's like the messages are continuing to be shown to people. Sometimes it's interesting. So I'm going to pick a couple cards from each of these little piles. This one wants to come out month of the year. I'm going to shuffle it again. Actually, this one. Here we go. And let's see about this. We're looking for some messages about the next 3 months, and those came out. All right, so let us see February, very interesting. This is the month that I'm doing this reading, February. And then we have bag, something important such as a new job or a raise. Well, congratulations, pile number 2. Already some great news here. Owl, good advice from a wise person. Stellar card so far, pile number 2. And then pale, time to get out of a situation. So let's see, let me make sure you can see all of the information here. Excellent. And I have 3 decks. I'm going to get some cards from each one. So this is the first one. We need some cards for pile number 2 for the next 3 months. That was quite vigorous. That card, I mean that deck wanted to really give us some messages. We need some cards for pile number 2 for the next 3 months. There's 1. There's 2. I want 1 more. There we go. And and deck number 3. We need some messages for pile number 2 for the next 3 months. All right, this one too. That's all. Actually, this one really wants. That one really wants to come out. You got so many cards. Oh my gosh, there's so many cards here. All right, let us see. The High Priestess. The Magician. How interesting, because we got the Empress and the Emperor just like this coming out in pile number 1, and now you have the High Priestess and the Magician, which is also, you know, the couples. It's a couple. And then let's see, Knight of Swords. And it is the year of the dragon. That started in February. The Queen of Swords. Lots of swords energy here. The 3 of Cups. Look at these flamingos. All right, wow. Very interesting so far. I mean, already. The Devil card. She loves his blandishments. She loves his blandishments, I just have to say. This does not look like she's really enjoying it. This Devil card does not have to be bad. It has, you know, it's like enjoying life, enjoying the carnal pleasures, like just enjoying the sensual pleasures of life. Sensual pleasures doesn't necessarily mean, you know, getting it on, whatever. But you know, like fine food and drink and you know, just anything sensual as in your senses, like even, you know, the warmth of sun on your skin feels good to most people. Those kind of pleasures, right? So this is not necessarily something evil. The Strength card. She's wearing a snake like a feather boa. The Temperance card. This is an interesting card, isn't it? And the Four of Wands. Ooh, the Ten of Pentacles. Wish fulfillment. Oh my gosh, we have so many cards. 4 cards left. The Lovers card. We have the Devil and the Lovers flanking each other on this row here. I'm going to have to rearrange things. The 5 of Swords. The 7 of Swords. This also, from another deck, this card came up in pile number 1. And the Knight of Pentacles, this exact card also came up in pile number 1 from this deck. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna rearrange this so you can see all of the cards. All right, pile number 2, very interesting reading. It looks like you have a lot of things that you want. It looks like you have a lot of goals, like in your career, in your money situation. This seems like a very focused reading with this as your, you have a major financial goal. This is your goal, this 10 of Pentacles, this amazing abundance. Everything, like more money than you could ever spend in your lifetime. That sort of abundance. And you have this Lover's card, but I'm not sure. It could symbolize love, but there's not much. I mean, there's the Three of Cups up here, but the Three of Cups is a lot of times, this friendship, it's togetherness, but not necessarily, I don't know. You know what it seems like to me, actually, to tell you the truth? It seems like your love goal is, at least temporarily, kind of secondary to your money and abundance goal. Your money and abundance goal is like, wow, I, pile number 2, am really focused, and I want to be focused. I'm like naturally focusing on my abundance, on maybe my career, that sort of thing. I'm focused on that, and my love goals are kind of naturally taking a back seat. It's like kind of on autopilot. I'm not focusing on that, my brain power, because there's really a lot of, I would say, money, abundance, other things, stuff going on in your oracle cards. But we have, it's very interesting, we have these 3, well, actually these 2 are kind of on their own, and this is with this. But anyway, let me start at the beginning. We have this Fates that you picked, and we have this High Priestess and Magician. Again, such a magical pairing, just like pile number 1 had the Emperor and Empress. These are the manifestation cards. This is just a pure, this is manifesting, this rabbit is manifesting a little person out of his hat. And she is using the power of her, he's actually almost more like, I am going to change the 3D. And she's just like, I'm going to just imagine what I want, and it's going to magically appear. She's even more mind power, manifestation. I don't need to lift a finger. You've got 2 powerful manifestor cards, is what I'm saying. You are really focusing on something. This is me acknowledging to you, acknowledging your work and your changing of your entire mindset. Pile number 2. Good job. Good job, pile number 2. I'm giving you a round of applause. Great job. Now you have this Knight of Swords and Queen of Swords. What's going on with these? These are you not only recognizing that you have this awesome power, manifesting power, but you're also saying, I am fundamentally changing my mindset, my inner workings of my mind. I am letting go of my fear, and I'm charging forward. I'm stepping forward confidently into the world that I want because I am focusing on it. And you're using your manifestation, your conscious manifestation power, as a surgical tool You know that your doubts and fears and your assumptions, it's not just your doubts and your fears, it's your assumptions. Your assumptions create your reality. And people have to realize, to consciously manifest, that they can consciously change their assumptions. You can change your assumptions, and therefore your assumptions change your reality. Your assumption, you only change your reality when you change your assumptions, because your assumptions change your reality. And as conscious manifestors, we know this, and this is also, this little pairing of Knight of Swords and Queen of Swords is showing that you, pile number 2, are really getting this. I just see so much work, and you're continuing to step confidently over the next 3 months into your new self. I mean, look at all these power cards you got. You got the High Priestess, the Magician, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and you have the Strength card, and you have the Temperance card, and you have this Knight of Pentacles. You have tons of charging forward embodiment cards, okay? So what else do we have? We have this Three of Cups, but I'm thinking that the Three of Cups and the Lovers cards are kind of off on their own, being a couple. They're coupled up. So we have this Ten of Pentacles and this Knight of Pentacles. You've really been focusing something important, such as a new job or a raise. Obviously, this is a money bag. However you're getting your abundance, you have been really focusing on it, and it might be feeling slow. Again, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck. It might be feeling frustratingly slow to you to come at some points, but you just recognize that it's, the 3D is there to be experienced. And if it's slow, that's your bridge of incident, right? And changing your assumptions is the fastest way to speed up this night. Using these power cards these power cards as your inspiration, because they're yours. They came for you, pile number 2. These powerful, like, I want to say this essence of your power came for you to see how much you've changed and how focused you are. Look at how focused they are. Look at how she's confidently stepping into her new reality. Look at how he is being carried by this. This is a symbol of this year. This is, the year of the dragon. As I already said, he is being carried by his 3D into his future that he is laser focusing on. So changing the slow to a fast, if you want your abundance to appear faster, you're changing your assumptions even more day by day. But this is a huge abundance card, like more abundance than you could ever even have imagined. Like better than you could have possibly imagined. You get this money bag over here. And we can't discount this good advice from a wise person. Something might appear in your 3D that's good advice. And also, it's kind of weird because it's good advice and bad situation. So what's going on? I don't know, but you might see this being connected or separate. There might be some good advice about a bad situation, or there might be good advice about some situation, and then this other situation might be unconnected, other than they're both in your life. But let's continue here. It's very interesting also that you got February, which is this month that I'm doing the reading. We have this Four of Wands, Temperance, Strength, and the Devil. So these three, I feel like actually this Four of Wands, this public celebration here, this might be, I think these three are together. The Devil, the Strength card, and the Temperance card. I just do not think that this Devil card is... I think this Devil card has a good meaning, a meaning of enjoying what you have already manifested. And I think this is going over here in meaning. The Strength card is very much connected with this focus. You have been, like, once again, you have been focusing. You have been focusing. You've been really doing what you needed to get what you want. And this is just a reminder. I think that this Devil card, this Temperance card, this Lovers card, the Three of Cups card, they're all saying the same thing, which is pile number 2, you are focusing on what you want. Focusing on what you want is great. You know, continually focusing. That's wonderful. That gets you what you want. But you're also in a human body. You're a human creature. So you can take the time to temper your manifestations with enjoying the 3D. Enjoying what you have now. Enjoying what you've already accomplished. And this is you as the conscious manifester enjoying the blandishments of the 3D of what you already have. So I'm going to use an example. What if you are manifesting a brand new career and you are working toward it? You know, you're saying, I'm a CPA and I want to be I want to be a manager in the music industry. I want a complete change. So you're actually going you're finding a mentor, you're working toward it, you're applying for jobs, but you're thinking, oh, my CPA job, I just am taking it until I'm keeping it until I can get a new job in my new industry. But then your CPA job just gives you a big raise. And you're like, well, I wasn't manifesting that necessarily, but the thing is, you can enjoy what you have. You can enjoy what you've been given. You can enjoy this public display of affection but from your current job, even if you don't have an intention of staying there. Do you understand this? You're still a human being having a human experience. So enjoy what you have, even as you're focused on what you want in the future. Enjoy what you've already manifested. Enjoy the accomplishments you have been, recognized for. So, yes, speeding up your manifestations, your money manifestations, just means more focus. But that doesn't mean you can't enjoy your 3D. It's tempering your strength with acknowledgement of your human needs and wants. So what do we have here? We have the Five of Swords, which is one person wins everything and others are totally shut out. We have the Seven of Swords, which is kind of trickery and backstabbing. What's going on here? We have this pail, time to get out of a situation. If there's something going on in your 3D experience, pile number 2, that you do not like, and you're trying to manifest a new experience of that thing, there's zero reason that you have to stay in a situation you do not like, just so it will manifest correctly, the way in your, not correctly, but in your desired way. You can step away. If there's things going on, I was like going to try to dissect this whole thing, but it's like, we don't need to. You do not need to stay in a situation that has all this. You're here to enjoy your life, and especially right now with these meanings, it's like the devil and the lovers. I really feel like there's some huge reminder for you that you are here to enjoy yourself. And then even if your full manifestation isn't here in any of your areas of wanting, of conscious manifesting, you still have plenty of things to enjoy. So this message here is to step away from anything that is dragging you down, because if you are, how can I say, if you are allowing the 3D to really keep a lot of your attention, then you're stealing from your own future manifestations by focusing on it. In other words, if something in your life, if some aspect of your life is so complicated that you're having to deal with a lot of, if you're having to use a lot of your mind power to deal with it, isn't it better to step away so that you can have more mind power to enjoy your life, enjoy your 3D while manifesting your preferred version of it? This just looks so complicated, pile number 2, in fraught with peril here. Look at what he's just about ready to step into this trap. Don't get trapped by the 3D circumstance that you can step away from. If there's some situation, if there's a relationship that's not exactly how you want it to be, but more than that, like more drastic than that, not just not exactly. If there's a relationship that is just really causing you some stress and you're consciously manifesting that it differs, please know that you can step away from it. You don't have to be like, I'm never seeing you. You have to get into some sort of rhubarb with the other person, but you can step away. You don't have to announce that you're stepping away. You don't have to even say anything. You can just keep your strength to yourself. Keep your strength, your manifesting powers, your intellect, your enjoyment. Keep yourself and your time and your energy on your enjoyment of your 3D and your manifesting power for your future, for your conscious manifestations. And when I say future, I'm saying, this is a reading for the next 3 months, but of course, if you're living in the end, as we like to say, you don't have to think of it as future or past or whatever, but you do have to remember that you are just a human body and that you can take care of that human body. You're not just a mind, because you have been working so hard, and you have been using so much of your mental energy on exactly what you should be doing, that you, one more time, take time to smell the roses like these little pink flamingos. They're taking time to have their beaks polished at the beak polishing spa. I was wondering what a flamingo would go to the spa for, but I guess beak polishing, beak tinting. So these are your messages, pile number 2. You have a very interesting and focused next 3 months of really stepping into your power, over the next 3 months, you're really going to be stepping into your preferred version more and more each day, because you are letting go of the stranglehold you might have on some aspects of your manifestation, and you're enjoying your 3D while you're manifesting, and you're allowing it to come in, and it's all wonderfully turning out for you. Step out of complicated situations, or step back. You don't have to step out. Step back from complicated situations. Step toward beautiful ones. Everything's working out for you. You're a wonderful person. You're a focused and wonderful conscious manifester, and everything is working out for you. And thank you. Thank you so much for this wonderful energy. It's very inspiring reading, and I know you enjoyed seeing just how far you've come because of all of your power cards telling you the story of focused, conscious manifesting and success, massive success. So this was your reading. I know you enjoyed this reading. It was beautiful as usual. Thank you so much for sharing your energy here and for all of your likes and shares and comments. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe so that you don't miss any future readings. I know I'll see you very soon. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose this card, number 49, Observer. It reminds me of the saying, be an observer of your thoughts, not an absorber of your thoughts. And you also chose this amethyst oval. So pretty. I hope even a little bit of its beauty is coming out. All right. I have 2 stacks of tea leaves. Let's take a couple from each stack. So there's this one, and I'm still not feeling the other one. I guess only one wants to come out of this stack. Oh, oop. So let's see if we can get a 4th one from this. And this one. All right. Let's see what we have here. Bird perched, waiting for news, package, or letter. I'm waiting for a package. I'm definitely waiting for a package right now. Cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. Fan, romance party. Romance celebration party. What a polar opposite to this cracked cup one. And so curious, younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. Quite interesting. Maybe the younger woman is the delivery person that's going to deliver. She's going to deliver your package and she's going to break your cup. And you're both going to go to a party. There, that's it. That's your it's your reading. Okay. Back, let's be serious now. All right, so we have 3 tarot card decks. Let's get some cards. Whoa, geez. Get some cards from this. Gosh. All right, this one. Oh, wow. All right, let's see your 3 months ahead. Let's see your 3 months ahead. We need some cards. There's that. And then this deck. We need some cards for pile number 3's next 3 months. Let us get, well, oh geez, wow. We got so many cards. Big old stacked cards here. All right. Ace of Wands, this is the one that popped right out. You see the little baby dragon and the little baby fox creature right here. Two of Pentacles. Wouldn't it be funny if the whole thing was Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it broke our streak already. The 6 of Pentacles. What a pretty card. We have the Chariot. When I was taking the cards out for this reading, the Chariot just popped out. The Chariot and one other card just flew out. The Queen of Wands. What beautiful cards for you. This whole line is very gorgeous right here. All right, so what do we have here? The 10 of Swords. Wow. I was just saying how favorable all the cards are, and then we get this 10 of Swords. Right underneath the Ace of Wands, too. Very interesting. I have a feeling this is going to be such an interesting reading. The 2 of... Wow, the 2 of Swords. We got Swords energy here. We had Wands and Pentacles up here, along with, you know, of course, Major Arcana, the Chariot. And now we have these swords. Oh, now we have the Ace of Wands. So interesting. What is going on with you, pile number 3? The 9 of Cups. Wow. Wish fulfillment after the 10 of Swords. The Hanged Man. Now we have 3 cards left. The Page of Swords. Right underneath these other 2 swords. The Emperor. And I'm so curious, what is the last card? The Hermit. This card in this position from this deck came out exactly here in the pile number 1. And what's so funny is that this card, not from this deck, but this deck, it came out right here in pile number 1. So pile number 1 also had the Hanged Man and the Hermit, but the Hanged Man card came out up here. Very, very interesting. What do we have here? First of all, I just have to reiterate, this first line here is so favorable, like just really, there's a lot of magical like things going on here in this first row. And then we have this really mixed emotions and mixed happenings here, mixed potential. In the second one, we go from the 10 of Swords to the 9 of Cups. And then we have this bottom row is, I don't know. I think this bottom row is what I'm going to do first because it's very interesting to me. So what we have is the Page of Swords, the Hermit, and the Emperor. This Page of Swords is looking into the world and focusing on your fears. And flanking the Emperor on the other side is this Hermit. This Hermit is, all right, so this Page of Swords is looking out into the world, reacting to the 3D and imagining that these people that he doesn't know much about, he doesn't really know anything about them, he imagines them to be a threat. Basically, he's imagining that the 3D, he's imagining things about the 3D that aren't necessarily true, and he's making them true by his perception of it, of them, them, however you want to think about it. This Hermit is going within and observing his thoughts. This lantern is lighting up his thoughts for him to examine. And he is seeing he's allowing himself to have clarity and he's not making a story about the 3D. He's going within thinking about what he wants, and his lantern is lighting that up for himself. The Emperor in the middle is where you want to be, pile number 3. The Emperor is you seated in the seat of your power. You're on the throne as the master conscious manifester. You even have your own ram hanging out with you. I don't know why. There's these ram heads. There's a very ram heavy card here. Are you an Aries? Isn't Aries the ram? I don't. So anyway, the point is, this is you in the seat of your power because you're always manifesting, whether you're doing it consciously or whether you're doing it subconsciously or unconsciously. So you're this powerful. You're the emperor of your own reality. And you can either choose the side of conscious, focused manifestation, or you can choose the side of unconscious or subconscious, however you want to say it, however you want to frame it, manifestation of imagining what's going to happen and focusing on that, good or bad, depending on your stories about life. What are you going to do? Of course, as a conscious manifestor, you want this duo. You do not want this duo. So very interesting. Right off the bat, we have this little triad, little triptych of stories. And then we have, yeah, this up here is so interesting. We have this new beginning. We have, how many, okay, so we have 2 pentacles, we have 2 wands, and we have this chariot. And as I said, this chariot card, this particular chariot card flipped out and just like spun out and really presented itself to me. It really wanted to be seen. So this has special prominence in this reading because of that, this forward movement. Just, you know what, before we go any further, take a moment, pile number 3, to close your, if it's safe to do so, of course, close your eyes and visualize the thing that you want the most forward movement on right now, which is your main focus, whatever it is, and just visualize the end that you want, that if your desired state were fulfilled, if you had that, visualize that right now for just a moment. And now, these two cards for you are saying, you focus on what you just imagined, what you just identified as your priority end state. You focus on it and you make it your priority. That is what these are telling you right now. And you have just visualized your preferred end state of your priority. Now you make it your priority. Now you focus on it. This is your focus. Your energy is blossoming with this new possibility, and you make it your priority. So if your priority right now is in a love relationship, there's some sort of generosity or some sort of giving that you want to receive, or maybe give, but it doesn't necessarily have to be monetary. It can be giving of attention or time. You want to receive something. I have a feeling that you want to receive this. And if your priority is career, maybe you're going to have a mentor. Maybe you want a mentor. Maybe you want or maybe you want just simply you want a raise. You want an influx of abundance. And the same thing with if it's money or career, you want an influx of abundance. You want an influx of help as in a mentor. You want these things, and if you just focus on these specific things, this card is telling you, this is continuing this story. You focus on this as the potential. You focus on making the potential a reality. You prioritize it, and you be specific about what you want. Like, what good thing coming in do you want specifically, depending on what your priority is. And you have a lot of movement, and this is the next 3 months, right? This is a 3 months ahead reading. You're getting a lot of movement, and you have these guideposts for your priority. And then what's this ending card here in this little row, this series? The Queen of Wands. She's embodying your power of manifestation. And if you want to think of it more as abstract, it's like it is the act of conscious manifestation. It is the energy of a conscious manifester. And again, we've seen a dragon in, yes, there's another dragon here. So this is the beginning. Maybe this is the same person here. So in the Ace of Wands, she has this little baby dragon. And in the Queen of Wands, this dragon has grown up. And look, it used to be kind of almost a dependent. It was a little frightened, whatever, a little bit unsure. Now it's her, what do you call it? Like when you're a familiar. It's now it's her familiar. It's her powerful familiar. You have grown from the beginning to the fully fledged conscious manifester. This is a very powerful row. And we also have this card being the observer of your thoughts, not the absorber of your thoughts. That's the final key here. This is like a mini masterclass on manifesting a certain thing. Very interesting, huh? It all came out perfectly, just a little story. And looking at these oracle cards, don't concentrate, because this came right underneath the observer. Dissatisfaction with life, turn your attention away from it. Yes, there are things in your 3D that you might be dissatisfied with. Okay, you know that, you acknowledge that. You observe what you do want. You don't go and observe the direct. You see, this little fox is not directing its telescope to looking to what it doesn't want. It's looking at what it does want. It's looking at its desires. That's what you need to do. And there is some waiting. There's some waiting because, of course, we have this, and we have this Hanged Man, and we have the Hermit here. We have this little bit of introspection. We have this waiting. We have this kind of stuck energy. We have this waiting. And this bird has the ability to fly, yet it's not flying. Very interesting. So this row is very clear. This row is very clear. This mini masterclass in conscious manifesting. What is going on with this row? And I'm not sure that the Hanged Man is, maybe it is. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the Hanged Man is part of it or if it's kind of in this. I'm not sure. Let me see. So we have the Ten of Swords, this ultimate betrayal, ending. This is an ending. And you know, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, now that I started talking about it, it is completely making sense to me. We have another ace and another two. So we have two aces of wands, and we have two twos. We have the Two of Pentacles and we have the Two of Swords. What do you have to have for a new beginning? You have to have an old ending. So are you stuck, or have you been? You know, we are manifesting everything. We are not just manifesting one thing. We're manifesting everything in our lives. So you don't have to concentrate on one thing if you don't want to. But it seems like one issue in your, topic, area, however you want to say it, of your life, you've been stuck. You've been feeling stuck in the old pain. There's old pain that you have been rehearsing in your mind over and over, and it's not going to change until you let go of it. But what are these cards for you for the next 3 months? So favorable. And this Ten of Swords here is only here to remind you that you have to let go of it. So many favorable cards, so much strong new beginning energy, so much strong forward movement, positive manifestation, wish fulfillment. What do we have? Letting go of the old to let in the new. This is my little story. This is my little stories here. So you're in this Ten of Swords position about something in your life. I'm not sure what, but there's something in your life you're feeling this stuck energy. Could be any topic. What are you to do? Stand up and use one of those swords as a key. You jimmy this lock and you step through, and this is you now. That's what you're doing with these two situations. You are stepping out, you're voluntarily stepping away from feeling the pangs of the old story, and you are stepping in to the creation of your new story. And I know I've said this again, this is such a fascinating card. You know what all of these are? These are labeled thoughts. You have such a well-ordered mind now. All your thoughts are labeled, and you only pick out the ones you want and put them into your potion for your new life. You are consciously manifesting your new life in your little laboratory. And what do we have here? This Two of Swords. There is this choice. If you're thinking you have a choice, that's a false choice. If you're thinking you have to choose one thing or another, that's a false choice. You can have everything you want. This beautiful wish fulfillment card. The Nine of Cups is abundance. The Nine of Cups is monetary abundance and love. I mean, just abundance and love. And what is happening in her torso? Another keyhole. Oh, okay, there we go. Another keyhole. And very clear little progression. From here, you stand up, you use this sword tip to open this lock. This is you creating your new reality with all of your carefully labeled thoughts that you're putting only your carefully curated thoughts into your new reality potion. And then by this time, this Nine of Cups, you have internalized this creation so much that it is now part of you, and you can carefully pluck out your beautiful thoughts from the ether and put them into your potion consciously. You don't even have to stop living in the 3D. You just are able to, you don't have to sit in a room anymore. You don't have to sit in a room anymore and like laboriously change your thoughts and you know, say your affirmations and script and whatever. Now you can be, this wish fulfillment is you living your beautiful life and on the fly, able to change your thoughts, able to be happy and fulfilled and stable and everything working out for you. Because you are the key and you are what the treasure that lays behind the key. That is you. Pile number 3. I don't know. Is that a mic drop moment? That's just so beautiful. That is so beautiful, pile number 3. So we have these two cards. Romance, celebration, and party in dealings or relationship with a younger woman. Is there a new love interest? For some of you, this might be a new love interest. For some of you, this might be a work. You know, we have abundance here. We have your choice. What was your choice that you wanted to prioritize? Maybe you are working with someone. Maybe you are, I don't know, maybe this is a family member. Maybe you had renews. Maybe your focus is a renewed relationship with a friend or family member. That's a beautiful sentiment that we sometimes forget how important family is, right? So this romance, celebration, and party, there's so much for you in the next 3 months that is happening so beautifully, and it's so well encapsulated in this. Everything that you ever wanted is within you already, and you are able to manifest it in the 3D. We have this fan card reiterating that. I mean, how much else do you want? You have romance, we have celebration, we have party. This is a really powerful energy here, and it's totally opposite to this dissatisfaction with life. And what do we need to do? We need to voluntarily step away from the dissatisfaction. We need to ignore the things we're dissatisfied with and look to our dreams. And then the dreams Ace, 2, 6, Chariot, and Queen, one by one, become reality. These are beautiful sentiments, and the formula is the same. Pile number 3, no matter what you're manifesting, no matter what you want, the formula is the same. You carefully label your thoughts, you carefully curate your potion that you dump. You say you dump your curated thought into your potion and you manifest what you want. So this is your reading. This is your reading, and this is full of hope and full of beautiful, wonderful, magical movement. A lot of forward movement in the next 3 months. And your focus is what creates, and your thoughts. Your focus and your thoughts and your, not just your thoughts, your assumptions. So turning your new thoughts into your new assumptions is what you're working on. This is like the center card. And just remember that. Just remember the power that you hold within you whenever you are having a doubting moment. Whenever you're having a doubting moment, whenever you're having an uncertain time, remember that you hold all the power and you just observe the new, not the old. I don't know. Just tell me. I'm curious about this younger woman. Tell me in the comments if you know who this is. If you have any idea of in your life who this is, and also if you want to share in your comments, if you want to share in the comments what you're manifesting, you can do that. That's awesome. Just if you want to share, that's beautiful. Of course, if you don't want to share, that's great too. But anyway, this is your reading. I know you enjoy this reading. It's full of everything that we need to be a conscious manifester. And so any doubts, you just channel. You don't even need to channel it because you are this. Any doubts, you remember that you are this powerful creator. So thank you for watching. Thank you for all of your likes, your comments, and your shares. And if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, and so you will never miss a future reading. And I will see you very soon. I know that you will have a beautiful 3 months ahead. Bye for now.